So we wanted to give you an update on all the things you have to prep to do to take a trip, a long trip. We're planning on going all the way across the United States, visiting several different states. And so we thought we would just tune up the car and just do a little bit of work on the car to make sure everything's okay. But we kind of opened up a can of worms, didn't we?
We did. It started with an oil change, which led to, on my way to the oil change, the engine light coming on, which I thought, that's interesting. And then the transmission stopped shifting properly. And I thought, well, that's more interesting.
Yeah, that's bad.
So I took
Light came on
the dash, which means you, as a automobile owner, never know what that means. So I took it down to the transmission shop to have it checked out to see what was wrong. And he said, oh, well, after thorough investigation, we must rebuild this transmission, and you have also a few other items that need to be taken care of. So what turned into a probably under $100 oil change turned into a $9,000 estimate. So
and what is the value of this beautiful Buick Enclave that we only had for about a year and a half?
we anticipate somewhere between $9,000 and $10,000. So basically it was the car is worthless.
The cost of the car. The cost of the car to fix your car.
Yeah.
But then why do you give up a perfectly good car? It's got a great motor. It's got beautiful interior. It's got low mileage. It's a great car.
And that was
except for the shifting part. That makes it kind of a bad car.
And that was the consensus of both. I got a second opinion.
So then we got a second opinion, yeah.
That was the consensus of both, is that keep the car because the car is valuable. It's worth putting the money into it. Just put it into it. So we were going that direction. In the meantime, talking to a dear friend of mine who has one of his dear friends that owns a transmission shop, I thought, why not ask for a third opinion? So after asking for a third opinion,
Guess what?
He came back and said, well, everything that I've analyzed is going to cost you about $1,700. And we're like, yay!
Yeah, I think if we'd have gotten the $1,700 bill first, we would have been like, $1,700?
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. But when you hear $8,000 to $10,000 from two people, and then the other guy says, no, I can just replace the parts. You don't have to rebuild the whole transmission for $1,700. We're like thrilled.
Just thrilled.
Thrilled. So we're still going to get an oil change and a couple of other things.
Thinking about getting the oil change, but that I could anticipate under $100, but it could be several thousand the way things have gone. So.
An oil change that cost several thousands. Right. So then we went to get new tires on the car.
Yes.
Didn't know that we had fancy tires, did we?
Did not. No. Didn't know that there were 19-inch tires, 255s. I never even knew it went up that tall, except on bigger, trucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
that cost a lot more money than...
Tires cost a lot more money than I anticipated, but I don't buy tires often enough to know just the natural progression of the cost of tires.
Yeah, but I mean, we were thinking maybe $600 or $700.
Yes, and it was $1,100
on sale at
but we got
Costco.
Got them on sale for $100 less, so that was $1,000.
Yay!
So we are just thrilled with getting these big discounts. Right. We now have a car that should be worth around $9,000 to $10,000 that has a $20,000 investment into it.
Why not?
So I called my accountant to see if I could get a write-off, and it turns out I can't.
We don't have an accountant.
So, well, I went online.
We're not those people.
We are not those people.
We are not those people. We have a guy at H&R Block that does our taxes.
We have a guy at H&R Block that I think does asphalt on the weekends. So he is a skilled professional.
Right. So, anyways, we're not those people. But now we're trying to decide whether we should keep this car and take it on the road trip, or whether we should maybe get a truck. So that's still yet to be determined. We're looking into that possibility. We're trying to decide, is this car still roadworthy? Will we be taking chances on it? We're a little apprehensive. We could leave the car here for our granddaughter to use. There's a lot of different things in play, but we're trying to decide. So meanwhile, we'll just try and drive and not get hit by anyone.
Drive it and hopefully not get hit by anyone. Yes, that would be nice.
We're going to go get a cheap lunch.
Yes, we're going to split a lunch.
Because that's all we can afford.
Because that's all we can afford.
Bye.
Bye.